9 straight years. Walter Ray Williams Jr. as he's warming up to the top left of your screen. A Hall of Famer, 34 titles. 9 in a row. He's won at least 1 title. Trying to get it done early. Let's check in with our days in on the road. Greater KC Classic comes your way from Lunar Bowl, Blue Springs, Missouri, outside Kansas City. That's next week, 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. Then to Memphis, Tennessee. And that's off to suburban Chicago after that. Tournament of Champions, very big. That's in Uncasville, Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun Arena. And the top 26, the last 26 winners on tour, including our Randy Peterson.
I'm on the bubble.
And you are absolutely, exactly on the bubble.
Yeah.
New winner here, and perhaps you'll be out of it. Wichita Open, and this is exactly what we're looking at so far. Barnes has defeated Schaefer in a great match. D'Entremont with a win in the wild card. Leslie, joined by Walter Ray.
Well, with 34 career titles, Walter Ray sits tied for second with Mark Roth on the all-time career titles list. Today, a win would move you into sole possession of second place. Have you thought about that at all?
I don't really think about it while I'm bowling, but I definitely think about it when I'm relaxing. But hopefully I can go out there and throw a lot of great shots, and these guys just fall over for me.
Thanks, Walter Ray. You know, the last time that the win that Mark Roth got his 34th career title to get that 34th title was beating Walter Ray back in 1995. So a little bit of redemption he's looking for today.
That wouldn't be bad, right, Randy? It works out pretty well for Walter Ray Williams, who, and speaking of him today, seems very focused. He doesn't really like, as a preference, the oil pattern here doesn't really match his game exactly, but he's performed well enough, and a great champion like that adjusts to whatever he's facing.
Absolutely. You know, he doesn't really like real easy lane conditions. He prides himself on being a very accurate player, and he's a great player. He hits everything. He bowls well on everything he bowls on.
Comes in high, does Dave D'Entremont, winner of the wild card match, into the semis. Missed the 7-pin count on his first ball.
See, I think that the winner of this match really has an advantage going into the championship round because they don't have to sit out a game. Dave had to sit out a game. There's been another game bowled on the lanes. The lanes change under the lights, the heat, balls going down the lane.
It was fair ball, picks it up.
And again, Walter, being the highest or the higher of the 2 seeds, chooses to finish the match on the right lane. It looked like the only person that really was locked in on that left lane was Ryan Schaefer.
But he lost to Barnes in a thriller. Great start for the Hall of Fame.
You think this guy's nervous on TV? He's made 133 or so telecasts. I mean, this is like singing in the shower for this guy.
Isn't that amazing?
He is just so at home when he steps up under the lights. Been there so many times. What a great record.
114 and 97 all-time on TV.
I asked him what his plans were. He says, well, just to be bowler of the year like Earl was back when he was 43, 44, 45.
He'd like to return to that platform if possible. 5-time PBA Player of the Year.
I got to get me one of those masks.
Good to see the young fans out here today in Wichita. Enthusiastic bunch with Chris Barnes performing so well. Flush in the pocket. These are updated numbers now based on his wild card match with Patrick Haley Jr. Down 10 pins, but on a strike and a chance to even it up.
Start getting into that 70% strike range, as long as you're making your spares. That's when you start looking at real high averages. High 230s, low 240s.
Come on. 10 pin, stays up. Okay.
This ball enters a little light. 6-pin goes to the side. Look at it just lay in the gutter dead like that. And Dave's angle's increased on the left lane. He had to move his feet a little bit further left. Now he's got more angle. He's got to get the ball to finish harder.
Before the 10-pin went down, he knew he had his spare. No titles for Dave since '96, but plenty since then for Walter Ray Williams Jr. 133rd today. Not even close is the legendary Hall of Famer Earl Anthony, who has the most tour wins.
and almost 40 more than Mark Roth.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
I was watching him warm up, Dave. You know, it didn't look like he had a whole lot in practice. It looked like he was kind of fishing around for the right ball and the right reaction. You don't think this guy still has fire? 43 years old, just turned 43 last week, and on his 43rd birthday won a regional in the Southeast region on a similar lane pattern, similar oil condition. Said it was great practice, a great tune-up for this week.
It's worked out perfectly for him so far. Strike here for a 30-pin lead, trying for a 4-bagger to begin the match. Had to hurry, and it did.
The ball that Walter Ray throws is just so unassuming. It just looks like it's just going to go down there and kind of lull the pins to sleep, but its carry percentage is as good as anybody's on tour. So yeah, there is something to be said for a little bit straighter and a little more accuracy.
Now Dave DeAntremont down 30. An amazing comeback from his injuries.
Look at
Great angle from our crew as to how close that ball is to the channel, just hugging the gutter.
I wasn't worried.
yeah, well, the people that are sitting down the lane were.
The end of '96, felt he had some wrist troubles, was diagnosed with blood flow problems in the wrist. Eventually had to have some surgery. Head-to-head numbers as they stand. Creeping into being a bit high there.
That was the creeper. That one finished obviously a lot higher into the pocket, deeper into the pocket than the previous shot on that lane. Dave, I think I'm going to get me one of those Walter Ray masks, go home with it. My wife will be so happy. Finally, somebody coming home with money.
You said that. I didn't. It was off the pocket as well, but still 10 down in the pit for Walter Ray.
Dave, your observations on this guy? I mean, what do you think? The guy just steps up, throws some practice balls, and then it's a 5-bagger.
Now, talking about warming up, he told us just before the match, don't pay attention too much to his warm-ups because he's trying to work that oil to his advantage in the match. That's pre-match strategy. Oh, just about the 7-10. He'll gladly just see the 7 standing.
Yeah, that's the kind of bedpost you don't want to see. That ball gets a little light in the pocket, and the 7-10, pocket 7-10, in my opinion, is the worst break in bowling because it leaves you with 8 and 1. This way, gets that 10-pin out, leaves himself an easy spare, 9 spare instead of 8 and an open.
29-pin lead. Broke the streak of 5 straight strikes to begin the match for the legend, Walter Ray Williams Jr. 29-pin lead against Dave DeAntremont, who came out of the wild card bracket.